Bluff Boys don't do it.
Hey, it's a podcast, bitch. Hey, it's a podcast, bitch. Hey, it's a podcast, bitch. Hey, it's a podcast, bitch.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Glad
episode
to, glad to, have the time to do another podcast. So we came up with a little quick intro to introduce the show. So here it is. Hello, how are you today? We are the Bluff Boys. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Colin.
This is the Bluff Boy Podcast. It's a really cool show. We're going to spin a wheel with a whole bunch of topics. We're then going to research and go deep into whatever topic it is. After that, we're going to come up with an amazing video idea that we'll produce and release before the next episode. All right. Yeah, Nick, do you want to say hi? He's a producer.
Yeah, sure. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. Okay.
Just to reconfirm, that's this week podcast.
Yes.
Next week video. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah.
So, all right. One thing that we have to just, get off our chest. Last episode went really slow. I feel like we just talk really slow, so we should work on that. Talk faster.
Okay, starting now.
Okay. Same thing for you, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
So in episode 1, just a little recap of the first episode.
Yep.
We did 2 topics.
Talk faster, yep.
And sorry, we'll speed it up. 2 topics, and they were maple syrup, number 1, and bug spray, number 2. Honestly, both of those were pretty simple topics, to be honest.
More props,
Well, they led to some very prop-based ideas for the sketch.
Colin, if I have a question as a bystander, how did you come up with maple syrup and bug spray as topics for a video?
We have a list of topics that
we've been making this a list
for a while,
about a year.
It could be longer, honestly, for a year's worth.
Should be longer,
but
we should add more to it.
It'll do for now, and we got more on the way. Yeah, we spun a wheel that we put all of our topics on. We have another wheel today with an updated image.
Yeah, you want to show that, Nick?
Yeah. This is another Bluff Boy. Sandwich meat.
Sandwich meat. He's not here with us, but we are hoping to have him on soon.
Yeah, he'll be on an episode, and he's a character.
So, we did the video.
Yeah,
it has a working title at the moment. I think it should be Bluff.
Bluff sounds nice. Yeah. We gave ourselves 2 weeks to complete the video, and
waited last minute. We
did it.
We finished the edit the night before. So last night.
Took us like a day and a half. What? Not even. I mean, we started later
noon
in the night
to noon,
and then we did a little bit more the next day. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. But we will have a link to this video as soon as it's up, and
you'll be able to watch it. It's really good. You'll love it.
Yeah, and you'll want to. If you haven't listened to episode 1 of the podcast, you might want to listen to that first and just see how we came up with this idea, or maybe you want to watch it first.
I don't know how I would like to. I think I would rather watch the video first, and then the podcast is kind of like a BTS,
right? Yeah,
and you get to hear us, talk about how it should be made, and then you can see the little changes that we made on set,
right? Yeah, in the writer's room, we came up with new shit. As we were going,
big time,
of course.
It was just Colin and I shooting it, so we didn't have any crew with us. It was just two-man job, and we were also acting in it, so it led to some interesting camera work, which is how
unusual for us. I mean, we've done it a bunch of times.
All right, well, I think it's time to spin that wheel.
Yeah, so now
the neck on this image is so...
Those are our topics
crazy.
Last time. Let's see what we get this time.
Nice. All right, it's spinning, so and... No way.
What does it say?
Debit cards! I thought it was very close to molasses.
we'd have to spin again.
Yeah, we would have to.
But no, debit cards. That's
debit cards.
Interesting topic to
yeah, I mean, should we link this in with credit cards? Just cards? Because I think I put this on here because I didn't know how the card works when it's like being swiped. Like, how does
there's the tapping,
the
now.
insert?
It was the swipe, then it was the chip, and then they're like, oh, you can just tap it on the thing,
right? But what I'm curious about is like, what's the tech here? Like, what's the tech?
I'd be interested in that.
Like, how does it know? Do you know, Nick?
What? No, I have no idea.
Okay.
Like, I know it's a magnetic strip. It used to be, and then the chip thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
The tap thing, I have
the
no
magnetic
idea.
strip. So, like, it has magnets, and there's information in that is being able to read and know your bank account.
Yeah, right.
Information,
Yeah,
and then
it is interesting.
I always used to think it was like in the actual, there's like a green strip or whatever, or some cards have like a black strip. But then if you use them a lot, like the strip rubs off, but they still work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I just don't know what the account information's on the magnet.
At least with the chip, you actually see the physical chip on the card. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But the thing is, did they really change anything between the chip and the tap? Because I feel like I had the same card.
Is it magnets still?
Is
with
it just
tap?
the chip has the tech in it? And
And are they updating it remotely? Conspiracy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we don't know.
This is all good. I mean, I think most people have these cards. A lot of people have these cards, and maybe the thought comes to mind, but they don't research.
I've been wanting.
I'm curious.
This is one of those topics that I've been wanting to look up, but I've been saving it for the pod.
Yeah,
and I think I'll be honest. I'm more curious about the strip.
I think I'm mostly interested in the tap.
Okay, are you more interested in the chip insert? Because that'll be a nice.
That'll round us off.
Yeah, the insert definitely is. It's something that I could be interested in. Hey, question for you. Quick, last time on the show, you guys spun the wheel twice.
Correct.
Yes.
So, are we doing 2 every time?
Yeah, we should explain
I think we should do 2.
Two would be nice.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so you pick a topic, research, pick another topic, research, and then brainstorm. That's fair. That's what I mean. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, each episode length will vary in regards to how complex the research session goes.
So buckle up, people.
Yeah, because who knows? Maybe these debit cards are more complex than we think.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna do a quick Google. How do debit cards work or credit cards?
Start from the beginning. Let's start with the context of the strip.
All right,
so let's start there.
Then
we'll go to the chip.
Which came first, the debit or the credit?
Okay, so
that's a good question.
It had to have been credit, right?
I have no idea.
Well, actually, I think
because people used to write checks.
Yeah,
so credit was for money you didn't have, so
correct.
you had a card.
Debit card's more for like convenience. I feel like because you have the money, but it's just not cash. It gets
right.
1950, by the way,
was when, and it was a credit card first or a debit card.
The history of credit cards timeline. 1914, Western Union launched metal money to the precursor to the consumer credit card. Then in 1946, banker John Biggins, that's a good name, launches the Charge It card used in a 2-block radius of Biggins Bank. 1960s, IBM engineer Forrest Perry invents the magnetic stripe used on credit cards and identification badges.
Okay.
So 1960s is when
the strip.
1985, the first Discover credit card purchase is made for $26.77 at a Sears store.
Okay,
Georgia.
We have to stop.
That's pretty funny.
It all started.
I was definitely going to bring up images throughout your timeline.
Yeah.
In the
I just
I have 2 more. It's not a long timeline.
All right.
There's 2 more points.
like after a certain point, people just got the message.
It just sounds very boring.
The Credit Card Act of 2009 is enacted, adding protections for credit card customers. 2014, Apple launches Apple Pay, followed shortly by Android Pay, now Google Pay in 2015.
Cardless payments.
Yeah, so I mean that's another interesting thing.
So Apple came up
Apple
with
Pay is like having your card
on the phone.
On your phone.
Yeah.
Because that's when
you like tap your phone.
The tapping
then
came
they
into play.
put it,
but then now you
cards.
can just do it straight with your card.
I looked up how do magnetic stripe cards work. This standard tape strip contains 3 magnetic tracks that are used to store the card's code data. The card is usually presented to the reader by swiping or inserting it into the reader, which obtains the card's code using a magnetic head that detects the magnetic field generated by the strip.
Wow.
So that doesn't really give us how do you get the code into the magnet.
My question was, does the card ask permission of the reader before inserting itself in? Or does it just do it?
Without consent?
Right.
Yeah.
That was the...
Well, no,
it's like back in the day.
Oh, yeah, no, actually it does say
it says,
insert.
it says, is this like okay?
And when it says like no means no, please remove your card, and then it starts like beeping at you.
Exactly. So yeah, all consensual between card and reader.
Yes. Although sometimes I will say, and I think this happens with
a little extra line.
No, I think this happens with credit cards more often than maybe the debit cards, but like you put it through and sometimes it just goes right through.
Very
like
quick,
it doesn't say, it doesn't confirm like, okay, are you okay with this purchase? It just like is done.
Oh yeah, that's what the swipe too is the same way.
Right.
Like whenever you swipe, the ones that still do swipe, you just swipe it, you're done.
Yeah.
You've bought it.
Yeah, you've made that purchase.
Yeah.
I think I got on the website that'll teach us how it works, but it looks very scientific. It's a lot.
Which is this the chip or the?
Yeah, it's talking about like the magnets, and it's like going deep into like it points. There's like little pins of magnets, like tiny bar magnets that point in either north or south. Like it points north or south.
Okay.
And then I think it's kind of like a barcode where like, you know, how like, or like zeros and ones.
Yeah, binary code. Yeah, that I guess that kind of makes sense. That's a really interesting method.
It's like a computer code, like zeros and ones, but with north or south pointing, little tiny.
The poles of the magnet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So does it change if you turn?
That might actually be why the card reader thing is always on the right hand side. So that if you do it on the left side, it doesn't work.
Or are you talking about the chip, right?
This is the stripe.
This is the stripe. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then this is where I started to get a little scared, where it says like these specific numbers. There are 3 tracks on the mag stripe. Each track is 0.110 inches wide, and then it says some weird, the ISO/IEC standard 7811, which is used by banks, specifies. All right, so there's 3 tracks. Track 1 is 210 bits per inch and holds 79 6-bit plus parity bit read-only characters. See what I mean? It's getting a little complex here. But I think it's just like there's so many bank accounts. You need all of these like different variations of these little bits that are pointed either north or south. But what I'm seeing is there are 3 tracks. Track 1 is 210. Track 2 is 75. Track 3 is 210.
Okay.
So a little less than 600. But
Sure.
Credit card typically uses only tracks 1 and 2, and track 3 is a read/write track that includes an encrypted PIN, country code, currency units, amount authorized.
Interesting.
So one strip is...
And it's encrypted, so that's why you have to put your PIN in.
Yeah, that third one.
That's very interesting. And then if it matches, it's like a vault with the PIN is the key.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So that's pretty fun, huh? So you think these magnets are they like locked into place?
Definitely.
And then when you type the PIN in, something moves? Well, no, you swipe it.
You've already done it.
Or insert it. That's mine.
Well, no, yeah, wait for the insert.
I just wanted to get to the insert.
Right. It's already read it, but now you're giving it
access to that third track. Okay.
To the third track or just into the bank account?
No, everything's the same on all the cards. It's the encryption thing that holds all of the information to complete the transaction.
I see.
But it's encrypted until you put your PIN in, and then the machine's able to read it. That's cool.
It's just a lot.
Really that third track.
Yeah, it's the third track that really matters. That you have to type in the PIN. The PIN lets you in, lets the reader into the account, sees that you have enough money or not. A lot to wrap your mind around.
What's different about the chip? Is it just the same stuff?
Because the cards with the chips still have a magnetic stripe, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's optional.
So why do you
Because
need
sometimes the chip reader fails, and then you go with the magnetic stripe.
But the chip, the insertion, not regarding obviously the tap is it's a newer thing, but the chip insertion is definitely preferred by the machine over the swipe.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is
it's
very
always
annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, especially when it's not working, and it's just like you have to do it 3 times.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now try swiping. But if you tried swiping on the second, like after one chip malfunction, no dice. Like,
Please insert.
Yeah, it's like put it back in. You know, but
I just don't get how the readers are able to communicate with the bank account.
What do you mean?
How does that work?
Oh, you frustrate me so much sometimes.
I just don't get how it works.
It's the encryption. It's the third track.
it's track number 3. What don't you get about that?
You hold the key. It's your PIN. That's what it is. You put it in, all the communication is there.
Yeah,
know
but
what I
how? How does that work?
It's like a password.
Yeah, but like you swipe it and
Yep.
then what's going on there?
They're reading the magnets. The machine is reading the magnets
How?
with its own magnets.
So it like lines up or something?
Yeah,
Detects the
poles of the
poles.
magnet. So it's like, okay, north, south, north, south, north, north, south, south, south. North,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like goes down the line in a matter of a split second. Yeah. And then it goes, whoa, I can't read that part. Please give me a PIN so I can read the rest of it.
Right.
You go, okay, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
Wrong-
like
wrong
it
And then
knows,
it
PIN.
communicates
knows
with
that
the bank?
Insert.
it knows that third track is there. It can't access it unless you give it
Yeah.
access.
It just seems like a lot to happen so fast.
It does happen very fast.
yeah.
Because the reader is like somewhere in like a store. And then is like the reader connected to like a bank system?
Yeah, to the internet usually. They're connected to the computer.
The mainframe.
I don't know. It seems pretty
Fishy.
crazy that it's all able to happen so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy how easily they can get into your bank account and withdraw money.
Well, not easily. It's not easy. A lot of work had to happen. to
Right,
get these
a
things
lot
to
of
work so
work went
fast.
into it for
I
sure,
wonder,
but it
like,
happens in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, were like the first credit cards like super slow, or has this tech just been around? You know?
So they actually used to not swipe the card. So my dad had a roofing company in the 90s, and when people would pay with a credit card, that's where those little like machines came in. I'm sure you can pull up a picture of those card reader machines that were there. Do you know what I'm talking about or no?
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
So you have a piece of paper. It's a carbon piece of paper. Like that physical card goes on this machine, and you slide the thing across, and it imprints the number of the card, and then you have to send it into the bank, and they will then confirm whether or not there's money in the account.
Is this it?
Yes, that's exactly. Oh my God, we had one of those. Oh my God, it's crazy, dude. Those things are so old. Yeah, you put your card right there. You put the little thing there, and then at the end of the month, it has a pink sheet. That's your receipt. If you're the
Then you get
customer.
billed
Yeah,
or something.
And then, then the money will come out of your accounts, but the banks would handle it. So with these magnetic strips, this is
Gotcha.
like,
And there's still magnetic strips happening.
yeah, but they would like do this in Macy's though. Look up, oh, you have a card? Okay. Thank you.
Right.
It's crazy.
And then they send off these little sheets to the bank, and then
Right.
Yeah.
And then the card companies would have different like fees per transaction because of stuff like this, which is why people used to not take American Express.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
and
take
if the
MasterCard.
if the
only.
money wasn't in the account, then the bank would then
what a
go
pain.
after
And
the
imagine
person.
like you
right?
buy something in a store, you could just steal it.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
That happened all the
yeah.
time. They're like, we got to change this technology.
Right.
Yeah. Like, this
We
is-
need
was
that
not good.
third-
Well, it has to happen fast
that
because
third track.
we need the pin.
This is what you get when there's 2 tracks involved.
Yeah.
Third track,
Right.
golden.
You know what's like wicked annoying though is dude, when your card gets like locked or something, like just because like you're in a new place and you like bought something,
Yeah,
that
happens.
sucks so bad. That's like
It's
the worst
annoying
thing.
when it really is you, but if it was somebody
right,
else,
no, it
Yeah,
is you.
yeah,
that's nice.
Like, and you're like trying to like buy like food.
You mean like you mean like when you like go to Florida or something?
Right.
Yeah.
But then like I go to New Hampshire
Oh, that's
for
weird.
like a day and then
That's
it's
weird.
like gets locked. I'm like, what the fuck?
I get
just
it.
happened before.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it happens
sucks.
I see it happen to other people like
I had to buy a bed once, and it was
Oh,
like
wait.
an expensive bed.
Yeah, it
and I
happened-
was
yeah.
in Massachusetts, like I was home,
Right.
and they were like, "Oh, that's a lot. You're not going to be buying that today." And I'm like, "No, I am."
Yeah,
The
right.
money, like,
Yeah.
do you want to just go on to another topic?
Yeah, unless we want to go through the tap technology. Yeah.
We could do a little tap technology. I like tap technology as a good potential title for
We don't have our second item yet.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
Right.
could, maybe. We'll see.
It says, all right, so when you tap your card to the reader, a chip and an antenna in the card send a token via radio waves to complete your purchase. There's an antenna involved
Interesting.
in the chip. An antenna? So it's saying contactless cards make the payment process easier and more efficient.
I think it does make it quicker because, like, even
It does make it quicker.
It's quicker than putting the chip in.
Yeah.
Then you have to wait and leave it in there too. Like, you just
Right.
tap it to the top.
Yeah. We're talking about seconds, like a few
It's
seconds.
not much, but
It adds up.
First world problems.
It adds up.
Right.
But
It's money.
is it just the physical thing that's making it faster, or is it the reading of it? Like the tech is just quicker. It's more up to date, right? So it's probably reading the card info pretty fast.
Instead of putting it in and then leaving it there and then taking it out afterwards, like you just tap it to the top and then you can type it.
But I feel like the swiping is faster than inserting it, leaving it there, and then taking it out.
Oh, definitely. That's why I feel like people were like annoyed with the chip at first.
Well, I actually worked at a Walgreens when the chip came out,
Interesting.
and everyone
Was loving it.
yeah, like they didn't want to swipe the card. Like everyone was asking me, like, "You have the chip reader, right?"
Oh,
They probably felt
you
more
know what?
secure.
Yeah, but the Walgreens I worked at, we didn't have the chip reader.
They felt less secure though.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, it's not like a chip reader." I was like, "No, it's because at the time I worked there, I didn't know of the chip. I didn't have the chip in my
Yeah.
card, and everyone was asking about it so fast. I was like, how's everyone on the same team right now?
yeah.
You know, so quick."
They also had the most obnoxious sound at first when it like the
chime, the chimes,
like when it's like stuck in there.
I
And
feel like
now
that
it's
hasn't
now
changed.
it's a little bit nicer generally.
Yeah, I feel like that's such an easy fix.
Because I worked at Target when that was like a thing, and
that's all you were hearing.
yeah, it's just like, and you're just like, oh my god, that job sucked. Obviously, we could go all day like diving deep into like the little chip mechanics and stuff, but I don't know. I'm already getting ideas for sketch.
All right, yeah, sure.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to the.
Spin that wheel.
You gonna full screen it?
Yes.
Spin that wheel.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to?
No, absolutely not.
I'll do it.
Well, you just-
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Oh. Pretzels. Is it just bread? I don't know.
That's the topic. Is pretzels. Okay.
They do have a unique flavor, right?
Like salt. Like
You have so many cool topics. Why are we getting these ones?
no, I think
Debit cards and pretzels.
We're buying
I think,
pretzels.
but I
that's
think
all
that these two kind of go together, though.
you can buy pretzels.
Anything
with it.
goes with debit cards.
That's not true. It's not true. Not everything.
Yeah, and it's going to be another food-based video.
That's good, though. I'm fine with this being the topic, honestly. I don't know how much we can go into this, but I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah. I think we just look up, how they're made. Well, like off the bat, like, do you guys know what pretzels are?
A tasty snack.
Like, like how they're made, like what they're made of.
They do have a specific, like,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know if you
like-
ever had like a burger on a pretzel roll.
It's a flavor. It's a different flavor. Like
Yeah.
when you're eating
Belgian.
Yeah,
it.
totally. There's like a nice
bunch of-
soft pretzel.
Yeah.
Or you can get the
Pretzel
like
stick?
little, pretzel stick, exactly.
Yeah, the sticks or
the ones that come
the
in
rods,
yeah, the
salted
big
or
ones, the big
unsalted.
ones.
the little,
Checkerboard.
what are those ones
The
called?
little ones.
The like pretzel nibs, the like Schneider's.
Oh, yeah.
They have chocolate covered
guys.
peanut butter filled ones.
Yeah, I was about to say you can fill pretzels with.
Chocolate covered pretzels.
Chocolate covered peanut butter filled nib things. Yeah.
Pretzel M&Ms are also a thing.
Ooh. Okay. I
Wait,
take back
so
my
pretzels
frustrations.
are
Oh, pretzels. Yeah, I guess it's more dynamic than we thought originally.
Exactly.
Well, it's a very,
You
it's
know
a
what I
very
mean?
versatile
You know what I
food.
mean?
Is what it's a
Yes.
versatile food.
They got yogurt, mustard, covered pretzels.
I think that's more of a dip.
Like chocolate.
Yeah, you dip that.
No,
with
you can buy
soft
pre-dipped?
pretzels.
Yeah, it's like
What?
Oh yeah, I remember having them as a kid.
Oh, yeah. They're like twists, right, or whatever, and they have it's like a honey mustardy kind of pretzel.
Yeah,
thing.
I think there's a bunch of ways to do it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we might have to get some pretzels after this.
Okay,
Think there's a pretzel convention, guys. PretzelCon is postponed.
Due to
was it like soon?
postponed doesn't mean never.
I mean,
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit
true.
later.
If PretzelCon was like next week, it would be an absolute sign.
Yo. All right, hey, can you look up pretzel convention and go to Bits and Pretzels?
Pretzcon.org. Got it. 5,000 attendees.
But
200
look at
plus speakers.
Look at the pictures.
Barack Obama spoke
Obama's
at it?
on the.
Are you? Can you put this on the screen?
Absolutely. Oh my God!
It's also the
Jessica Alba.
Richard Branson.
Are we sure this is about pretzels though? What
It
does
can't be-
Obama have to do with pretzels?
That's what I'm saying.
This can't be
That's what
about
I'm
pretzels.
saying,
No,
like,
there's no way this is about the food.
Bits and Pretzels. What's Jessica Alba? Read off.
Yeah,
and
Obama
Richard
and Jessica
Branson,
Alba. It's a startup convention.
Nathan Startup Convention.
Yeah, it's not about pretzels. All right. Well, I Googled how pretzels are made. I found a 4.5 minute video. Should we watch it?
Yeah, if you want to, to avoid copyright stuff.
Mute it.
You can play it. Just pause it every so often and talk. That way, it doesn't look like you're just playing someone else's video.
How often?
That works. However often you want to.
There's
Don't
not
let it
like
play
a-
for 4 minutes straight. That's all.
Nice.
Oh, no. Okay.
That looks messy.
That looks.
Something says we're going to get a good video out of this one.
Okay.
We'll just get an insane amount of dough.
Oh, it's a how it's made.
All right. We're going to pause it here. We're gonna, music's pretty cool. Pairing it with cheese as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, cheese.
Oh, melted cheese.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you dip it in melted
Yeah,
cheese.
I don't think we mentioned that. I feel like that's pretty common.
They sell those little. I had them. They're one of Colin's choices on set is, and when I have for Crafty, you peel back the thing and then you have cheese and a little
the
dipper.
cheese stick.
I spent all this money on Crafty,
Yeah.
and I thought I got some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
And then I happened to grab those, and out of all the things that were being eaten, Colin finally walked up to me with his little pretzel sticks, and he was like, "Hey, good Crafty." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I know what to get next time too."
I'm a big apple guy.
An apple on
love-
set.
I love
Oh,
a
yeah,
nice
apple a
apple.
day.
or like a full apple.
Full apple, yeah.
Full apple.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
always good. All right, let's get into this video.
To make enough dough for 4,870 pretzels,
Why so few?
4,870 pretzels. Wait, that's it?
All right.
Those are really good sized pretzels
Yeah,
too.
so all we have to do is divide all of these ingredients by 4,000 whatever, and then we
870.
can make one.
right, we have to do the math.
Yeah. Pretty easy math, just calculator, divided.
By
Divided by
4,870.
Correct.
blend shortening, sugar, and salt in a huge mixer. The machine automatically adds yeast, corn syrup, 1,638 gallons of cold water, and 760 pounds of flour. The cold water helps make the
numbers
dough
are
elastic, so workers can shape it before it hardens.
Question. I love How It's Made. I think they're great. I used to watch
Yeah.
the show.
It's a
When
good
you're
show.
bored, you got nothing going on. Oh, How It's Made. Oh, okay, let's see
Right.
what they're making today. Why was he so specific on the amount of pretzels being made and the amount of water being added? But everything else, like yeast and some other stuff,
Yeah, I know,
corn
right?
syrup, whatever.
Well, it's probably their.
Yeah, they probably
They're
don't want to
prized.
say how much corn syrup is going into it, to be honest.
Oh, it's a
but-
secret
It's
recipe.
their pride. No, it's just.
Well, no,
corn
it's
syrup.
just not good for you.
Yeah, and the yeast as well.
They skipped over the yeast and they skipped over the corn syrup.
Right.
But then they said how much water and they
very
said
specifically how much water it was.
what was the other thing they said?
The amount of pretzels that were going to get made.
Yeah.
No, but there was one other number.
Shortening?
Flour. It was
To make
flour.
enough dough
It was
for
the flour.
4,870
How much flour?
pretzels, a worker first blends shortening, sugar, and salt in a huge mixer.
Yep.
Yeah, no specifics
The
other than
machine
the.
automatically adds yeast, corn syrup,
Yep.
1,638 gallons of cold water,
Like, what is that?
60 pounds of flour.
Flour.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like they know how much. They know exactly how much corn syrup's going.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, they have-
they just don't want to tell us.
No, they said the machine does it automatically, so they don't have
Oh,
any
it's,
control.
it's the machine.
Yeah, they have no
That's
control.
what it is.
All right.
A worker then opens the mixer and slows the blades to help the dough fall out.
So helpful.
He splits
Dude, if
the
we
batch
got
on the table.
the amount
Oh yeah,
that they have
that'd be
for
very
these
funny.
pretzels, Like, look at this guy. He's got a hard hat on. Like,
and no gloves.
Yeah, no gloves.
He's not wearing gloves. Wow.
Why are there no gloves? But the hard hat.
No mask?
I have a feeling this was made prior.
No mask.
Well, he's probably vaxxed. He's probably triple vaxxed.
Yeah, right.
And boosted.
And boosted, triple vax boosted.
The blades chop the chunks into 2.5-ounce balls to make small pretzels, or 5-ounce balls for large pretzels. 2 conveyor belts squeeze 15.5-inch long segments called noodles.
So, Colin, they're not called rods. They're called
Noodles.
Yeah.
Dude.
All right, so you guys getting? This is good. This is good stuff.
This is a really good video.
For
I
like,
feel like this should be what you do.
The video.
See if how it's made has a debit card one.
yeah, I know, for real. Yeah, no, I think this is perfect. I don't think we have to go into any more, unless we want to like go into detail on these
I'd like
ingredients.
to know where they're from.
Like what's
Shortening
what? Yeah, what's shortening? You know, how do you make flour? Do you know?
from grains, from amber waves of grain.
Yeah, but do you just like grind it up or something?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You take the grains out of the amber waves, and then they're ground and dried, and sometimes bleached for white flour. I am actually interested though,
Yeah.
in the rest.
yeah. Should we keep going?
Definitely.
Kinda, yeah. I am
4-minute
kinda
video.
interested.
Go.
Yeah.
What happens to these noodles?
Another machine now grabs the ends of
twist
each
them.
noodle and twists the ends over each other to create the pretzel's
Now,
3
see.
signature holes.
The rods are still rods. These are just the noodles for the...
Right.
Another machine now
Regular
grabs
pretzels.
the end.
I would love to see what it was like before these machines were invented, when people were braiding these themselves.
Yeah, do like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
handmade pretzel
handmade. Yeah.
from
Right.
scratch. No, these
I'm-
are like factory made. You know, you gotta like think about...
I want the homemade Belgian.
Right.
Should we stop watching this?
We should definitely stop watching this.
I want to see at the end where someone gives it a little taste.
Why don't you skip ahead a little bit?
This music is
They go into
so
an oven
crazy.
that's about the length of a city bus. As they enter,
That looks so scary.
It's like a,
this prevents the bottom from sticking to the mesh.
It's
like
like,
the
you're like sending them
evil-
to their deaths.
yeah.
Like,
it's like the Toy Story, the ending of Toy Story 3.
yes, it
where,
is very much like that. Wow, that's so funny. That image was great. This shot. Like the flames on the side almost just look like for an
Looks
aesthetic.
like
Like, are they even doing anything to like cook the pretzels?
Yeah,
The gaffer on this was like, we need something more.
It's all for show on the side, right? There's no way
it
that's
looks
doing-
like an army going.
That's what I was about
Yeah.
to say. Like when they were on the conveyor belt, they were like mobilizing.
A trip through a freezer that's longer than 7 Olympic-sized swimming pools. After 30 minutes at minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit, the pretzels are rock solid and ready for packaging.
Let's get to that bite.
Yeah, that's really what I want to see.
So the next time you're looking for a salty snack, don't tie yourself up in knots. Just have a pretzel
Oh.
instead.
There it is.
There it is.
There's gonna be no bite though.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was fun.
All right,
Sorry, listeners.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We really should have been explaining what was happening on screen more. But you know, this is a learning experience. You know, the more we do it, the more
Yeah.
we'll know. You want to watch another video?
Well, I'm saying it would be interesting to see what other people have done, like homemade pretzel YouTube video, so we can find like
Yeah.
Nana Pia like in there going, today we make a pretzel.
I mean, I'm just generally would like to know how to make a good pretzel on my own.
yeah.
Sweet hat, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, yours too.
Thank you.
Looks pretty nice. Unique, I would say,
Good
and
time for a
and
word from our
affordable.
sponsor.
And affordable.
Yeah, very, very affordable. Only 35 beans.
Yeah, $35. DM us on Instagram. You can email us at bluffboyrecords@gmail.com. It's just us running this hat thing. So if you
Good to
email
go.
us, DM us, you're going to be talking to one of us, and we'll figure it out how to get you this hat.
You know, we're easy to work with.
All
Just
right.
text us.
So I found this guy looks fun. 11 months ago, so it's somewhat recent.
Okay.
If you ever wanted to make your own homemade soft pretzels, then today's video is for you. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Hey,
All right, that's a good thing.
All right, I'm sold. I'm
If
gonna
you
subscribe.
like this podcast, hit that like button and subscribe. Follow us on all the socials,
These soft pretzels will be ready before you know it. So let's get started. Pour some warm water into the bowl of your mixer. Oftentimes these are ice cold and it just brings the temperature down so far it messes things up. So a little warm water, then dump it out into your sink.
What's going on?
Yeah, I think he's just warming up the bowl.
Okay.
Because he said pour water. Step one, he goes, pour some hot water into this bowl.
First step, bowl of warm water. Sometimes these are really cold.
Yeah, the bowls are really cold.
Yeah. Right, and then he says, get rid of it. Put it in the sink.
Add 1.5 cups of warm-ish water. It should be 110 degrees or so. I used a thermometer.
Pour it back in the bowl.
Repeat step one.
Yeah. But it's more, all right, so more measured amounts of water.
Our yeast needs some energy to wake up, so we're going to add a tablespoon of sugar. There we go. It can be a little bit liberal if you want.
A little overboard.
Yeast. You can use rapid or instant yeast. Just add one.
For the listeners, this guy looks very nice.
Package
Just a little too nice.
We're going to mix this up and set it aside for about 5 minutes or until the yeast is nice and foamy. While
110
the yeast is
degrees
waking up,
Fahrenheit.
go ahead and melt 2 tablespoons of butter. That's going to give you a really soft, rich pretzel. I love these pretzels, by the way.
Okay.
He
I
loves
love this guy.
Yeah.
I love this guy.
All right, so butter. I don't think that was an ingredient in the factory ones.
I think it was, but it was like right at the end of the flour thing, and we paused
like
there.
a coating of butter or something.
No, like I think it came in around the time of the flour. I swear, I think I heard it, but it was like you could have easily missed it.
Yeah. Well, this guy emphasized it more.
Take a look at this. It is so foamy right now, and it's only been a few minutes. I'm going to pop this onto my mixer, but I'm not going to add the dough hook yet because we're going to mix this up by hand. It's so much easier.
Then why you put it on the mixer?
Flour.
Yeah, we should do a cooking show, by the way.
Slurry-based.
Like, we can do everything that this guy's doing right now pretty easily.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving.
Don't think I forgot about that 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So it's melted, slightly cooled. Just dump that right in there. Now we have our base. So I'm going to add 1 cup of flour in. Just add it in.
Is it me, or is he not measuring anything appropriately?
Well, I think
he
the
keeps
cups.
overpouring everything.
But then on the 1 cup of flour, it looked like it was like half a cup.
Yeah, that's true. We got to trust him. He must know what he's doing.
He's wearing an apron, and there's a lot of pots behind him, and multiple stoves and ovens and stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's a very
Clearly
nice
not
stove.
a
Do you
set.
see that stove? Jeez.
that's like a nice green and gold
yeah, gold accents.
oven. That's nice.
All right, let's keep it moving. We still have a lot.
You're going to see the dough's going to come together really quickly. It's not sticking to the bowl. And we're just going to run it until it gets smoother. And we're going to talk about the window pane test in just a second. Going to get this dough out and knead it by hand for about 4 minutes. So bring it over. Just knead the dough. You want it to have some bounce to be smooth.
I knead
You can
the
see
dough.
already this is a nice dough. It's bouncing back. It's as it should be. The one test that you do want to see is the window pane test. And you're going to pinch some dough and see if you can see the light through it. And I actually can do that. That's so nice.
Wow.
Take your precious dough, a little bit of oil just so it doesn't stick. This brings back so many memories of making bread with my mom. All right, cover this up, warm and cozy place for about 40 minutes. In you go.
Predictions? I think it's time to make the pretzel shape next.
This guy definitely had a great childhood. Let's just
Him and his mom make pretzels all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
cooking.
just
like-
that oven alone. He's got to be
Well, this
making
is like a
money.
set.
No, that is his house.
You think this is his kitchen?
It could be. I mean, judging by
Nah, dude.
if all the right alarms are going off in my head, this could be his house.
If he has a lot of videos, like it could just be. His
No, I
house.
just meant like taste wise. I think I speak a similar language. That's all I'm saying.
2.7 million subscribers. Well, if it's a set for this video that we're going to make, we have to.
Maybe it's his
we have to
mom's
rent this
kitchen.
space. Could be, yeah.
family.
My dough is doubled in
family.
size, and right now you're going to set
Look at that.
The knobs.
Yeah, the
the water
knobs.
to a boil. Set that oven to 450
That's a
and
nice
measure out
oven. I like
2/3
that.
of a cup of baking soda.
I
It's a
love
lot of
this oven.
baking
I can't
soda,
stop
but
looking at
this
it.
is the magical ingredient that makes those soft pretzels brown with that great texture and taste. So 2/3 of a cup, so it's ready to go later on. Now for the fun part, you're gonna roll these out to be about 2 feet long, 22 to 24 inches. And I like to give them a bit of a stretch first.
bet you do.
And then we're going.
Did you see the jiggle on it? All right, so this guy's
now
making.
It's all making sense.
Yeah, so this guy's just making little dough sticks.
You're so lucky this is your show. Because I would be.
Why?
No,
you can comment.
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
It's very easy to make a comment on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just making some dough rods. They're like jiggly.
22 to 24 inches, though. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. All right, let's see him roll them up.
Oh, yeah.
Roll them up.
God, he's had a lot of
I'm
practice.
horrible at measuring, so I actually have a little measuring tape out.
Oh, we know
If
you're
you
bad
want
at
them
it.
to be the right way. So you get that nice pretzel.
But he's playing with it.
This is not measuring
Playing
it.
with
Yeah,
the
that's
rod.
what he's going to do with it. Yeah.
Let's try that one more time.
You just spin it around.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, now for the fun part. I am not an expert pretzel folder, so bear with me, but this is how
Why
it
is he
goes.
making the video
You
then?
make a U
Does
shape.
it perfectly.
You give it a twist. Just like that.
Okay, putting
And then you twist it one more time.
one end or
and then
the
you
other,
fold
making a twist.
Over. I just let
Okay.
it rest
That
for a
looks-
second, but
that's pretty good.
I'm not
A little bit
perfect,
of
but here's my
water
perfect
will
pretzel.
Yeah.
work like magic. Repeat that process for the remaining pretzels, and you can see that if you have 24 inches, it makes a bigger pretzel, like very noticeably bigger, than a 22-inch rope.
Size matters.
Those 2 extra
Yes.
inches. It all comes down to 2 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could also just make them a little thinner.
Right. You can,
Then that'll solve your problem with the length, you know? If they're thinner, you can...
get that
You can
those
be
2
shorter.
extra inches, but you're going to end up with a thinner
Exactly.
pretzel.
Then you'll just have like
The
hard
hard-
pretzels.
Just play the fucking video.
Okay, my water's boiling.
Oh my god.
Add the baking soda in. And
Wait,
now
is he boiling?
gently
What?
lower in your pretzel. It should release from a slotted spoon pretty easily.
Is this
After
like
it
frying
boils
it?
for 30 seconds, just take it out.
Yeah.
Carefully take it out. Place
like
it
a
onto
bagel.
baking sheet. I'm going to add an optional egg wash onto these guys over here.
Dude, we
It's gonna help
have to
brown
make
them
a
up.
video like this. Like, this is...
Yeah, I mean,
I think this would be right up our alley. Like, making a cooking video.
do we have the space
Oh, dude. Yeah. We
and like the tools, like the mixing thing?
Yeah, we can get that stuff. We have that stuff.
More and give you a nice glossy finish over the surface. It'll gloss things up, and you can use that for your salt. And in these pretzels, you can see some of the characteristic cracking where they kind of bulged out during the bake. Grab
This guy's
some
like
salt,
so genuine, but
and
like
we're gonna sprinkle this on
it just
a
seems
little
like a
salt on
joke.
top. Makes
Yeah.
a big difference.
Like the Jack
Look at
Chop
that
guy.
big pyramid. So pretty. I love salt crystals. Into the oven, 450 for about 12 minutes or until they are a golden deep brown color. Okay, in you go. Out of the oven,
whisper.
golden, beautiful. I wish you could
whisper.
smell this.
Really?
If you like this recipe, check out my bread playlist.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
a big bite.
everything you want it to be. I'll see you in the next video.
Okay.
This ad?
No way.
It's a credit card ad.
Wait, let it play. Let it play.
I think
I can't.
They're listening.
They're
listening.
Fair credit. Flexible financing. Okay. We're done researching. I think that,
Yeah, I think that's
pretzels.
sufficient.
unless there's any other questions, lingering questions about pretzels.
No.
Yeah. I think my thing was just, I didn't know if it was just bread, which I think it kind of is.
Kind of.
I mean, those were the soft pretzels. We didn't really do anything about the hard ones, but
No.
I think
Those
they
aren't
have-
as good, though.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like
they're
they have
just
to
not
just
as
be
good. I mean-
thinner, but the same process has to be done, you know? Because when you bake them, they'll just be hard rather than soft because there's not enough.
Yeah, they're just
Space.
smaller. I don't know, crispier, done like cooked more or something.
Our topics are debit cards and pretzels.
You come up with any? Were you thinking about anything while we were
Nope.
researching that?
No, I wanted to save it all.
One idea is definitely doing a cooking show. Is not a bad direction to go into.
It'd be fun.
You know, but yeah, we do have to incorporate going to the store, buying something. We should go to buy pretzels or pretzel ingredients.
Right. But that doesn't seem much fun to watch.
Yeah, obviously. There has to be an additional thing to
A
it.
cat.
Well, one thing I liked, and this was a really small detail from this from this episode. When I was going over that timeline, one of the first cards from like Biggins Bank. You could only use it within a 2-mile radius of one of the banks. So like, kind of think it would be funny if we were like just barely outside the radius and we're trying to buy our ingredients or something. And it's like
outside of the radius of the bank.
Right. Well, that's how it said it worked, you know? So like, it's only not working because we're like 2 feet beyond the radius of the bank.
Right. How would we show that?
I don't know. Say it. That's you know, that's just one idea that came to mind.
Right. This is a tough one. I will say that this could be a tough video to make it like, you know, funny.
I mean, we just have to come up with a basic concept of it. Like what happened in the last one was we came up with a basic concept, but then we added.
Right. It was like a funny scenario that we came up with, though.
I just feel like we should make fun of that. Maybe not make fun of, but like do a character like that guy.
What if? Got it. What if we do a cooking show, but instead of making pretzels, we're making credit cards?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How do you incorporate pretzels then?
What?
How do you incorporate
He's got a point
pretzels
there.
Then? We didn't spin the wheel.
We go and we buy the ingredients with pretzels.
Yeah, we make a pretzel credit card.
You tap the pretzel.
A credit card shaped like a pretzel.
I don't know, man. That's a stretch.
What if like we're like making a pretzel and then like we take it out of the oven and it's just a debit card?
Okay, what about like we're doing the cooking show. Mid-episode, we realize we forgot like an ingredient, and then we have to go to the store to get that ingredient, and then like we have the chip malfunction.
But how are we going to?
And then we do the swipe, and then we say like, you got to give it access to that third track, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think something has to go. We should do a cooking show.
Something goes wrong.
Yeah, we have to. I think cooking show easy,
right?
In the sense of like we don't have to go anywhere. Like we can make a cooking show setup. We're like, all right, guys, we're going to show you how to make a homemade pretzel. Somewhere in the middle, a debit card has to come up.
Yes,
and I think I don't know.
What do you think?
Like what I said. Like if we're like, all right, 5 minutes in the oven. And we should have a nice pretzel, and we take it out, and it's like just
a sheet of
multiple debit cards.
Yeah,
and then we have to return the cards to the owners or something.
Return the cards to the owners, or if we ate the pretzels and then somebody was like, "Those were debit cards. They have the tap technology in it," and you just ate all of those, and those were linked to accounts with millions of dollars, and now it's all gone.
Well, now it's in you.
Now it's inside of you. And then we tap
the richest
and
man.
And then like we
alive.
tap the machine like with our stomachs. That's kind of a funny idea. That'd be a funny image. You know, we ate the cards with the technology, and then we have to tap to the
You're my wallet.
Yeah. I accidentally ate your debit card.
Yeah, and you become my credit card.
Okay, all right.
I like that. You becoming my credit card.
That is kind of funny. It's definitely ridiculous.
It's very dumb, but I like it. So what? All right. So
that's what we do. We do.
Yeah, no. If it's on brand. So you think we make pretzels and somehow a debit card we accidentally dropped a debit card in the mixture.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we
like
make
the chip gets mixed into the pretzels.
Yeah.
And then like I eat the pretzel.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get a new card, so you just
make you my credit card. That's pretty funny.
I start like
we should be
spending all your money.
We should be at a party. People should be like, oh, like you brought a friend. It was like, no, this is just my credit card.
Oh, he's just my credit card.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then there's a girl at the party who accidentally ate a credit card reader. And then you guys hit it off.
Oh my God.
You know, it's like, oh my God, you ate a debit card. I ate a debit card reader the other day.
We're perfect.
We're perfect for each other. And then like you hug and you just hear that. Please remove.
Oh my God.
And then there's a cashier.
That would be funny though. The sound of it, like
coming from inside of her.
The cashier is like the girl's boyfriend. She's like, you can take your debit card out of the reader.
No, the cashier is someone who ate a cashier.
Oh my God.
It's like, oh no way. I'm a cashier. He's like, oh, okay. Like, so you work at Target? It's like, no, I ate a cashier and he's inside of me.
It's so ridiculous.
That's good stuff.
All right,
I don't know. I like that idea.
Where we're going with that.
All right, so we're
I'm not sure exactly how it will work, but like, yeah, I kind of like that.
So
it is ridiculous, but
pretzel cooking show. Debit card gets mixed in with dough. Colin eats debit card pretzel.
Yeah, you should be like looking for your card, and then we look to the bowl of pretzels like at the same time.
Yeah, or like, or then we're at the store and like my credit card's missing or my debit card's missing, and then like you bump into the scanner, and it's like purchase accepted.
Yeah,
you know, done.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right, so Colin eats debit card. Andrew realizes his card is missing. Are we doing the party thing? It doesn't have to be a party.
Or like just some sort of interaction with like another person
who just so happened to eat a debit card reader.
Yeah.
And we're doing the cashier
some sort
thing.
of maybe a party or some sort of function where people are meeting each other, you know.
Yeah. You slowly start like becoming a credit card, and then
he just ends up being a credit card, and there's like a mustache on the card.
Yeah.
That's how it ends. Is just
with like googly eyes and a mustache.
That's what he looks like at the end?
You said he becomes a credit card.
Yeah. Yeah.
I turned into like a credit card man, some sort of superhero, like credit card.
Yeah, you do like the Wonder Woman spin, and he
Yeah.
turns into a credit card, and it like lands. It just like drops
Falls
on
on
the table.
Yeah.
You know,
Credit card.
it's like some old lady like, oh, I wish I could pay for this. No worries, ma'am.
Definitely do an ad for the hat, though. I think. Like,
Yeah, somewhere. Well, yeah.
paying for it with
You buy a hat with you.
with myself.
Yeah.
But this is, we got to remember, this is linked to your account.
What?
It's your card.
Oh, yeah, so I'm buying.
You
buying the hat
still have to
with you.
Well, you still have to enter your PIN, but maybe I also find out, because you know how we were talking about how sometimes like it just swipes and it doesn't ask for any sort of verification.
Yeah. And we can just like draw like a pin pad on your arm or something, and then I can.
Well, I'm just saying I could make separate purchases without your permission at some places. Just something to think about. I'm honestly like, I'm good with this idea. Like for the first one, we came up with the idea, but then now let's see how it comes out. We don't have to go into extensive detail right now.
Do you
So
see
for the
an ending?
ending,
Yeah.
Really anything too specific. I mean,
Like
I
would,
think that the ending of the alarm thing that tells you to take the chip out is like kind of a funny ending.
would Gina be down to act as the card reader?
Probably,
lady?
yeah. I think that would be ideal, yeah.
Because I think if you two like meet and like, you know, explain to each other like the situation, you guys have like a child and it's just like a little wallet or something.
Oh my god. Some weird like mutant half card, half
reader.
human. Yeah, I think
I was trying to think of
probably-
like what like a good ending would be. Like, should we go scary or should we just go like a super fast recap of you and Gina's future? Get married, have kids, grandkids, and then you die.
And then we die. I mean, we don't have to do all of that. It's gonna be a short video.
Well, yeah, but like
I mean, it would be
quick,
montagey. Probably,
yeah, quick
but-
montage. Nick's coming on mic with an idea.
Okay, so I was thinking, right? I'm sitting there going, like, how are they going to tie this back into pretzels? Because that's kind of like the main thing, right?
Oh yeah, we forgot about that. We could tie it back.
So hold
yeah.
on. So you start off by making hear me out.
Yeah.
You start off by making the pretzels, right? The chip thing, whatever, blah, 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 falls in. You do the whole thing out and then like flash back to like the pretzels when it first drops in. You're like, yo. you dropped the chip in the pretzels. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be careful. You can only imagine, like, what would happen if you ate that. But, like, we just saw everything that would have happened. If
yeah, like a flashback thing.
Like, everything you just said. The grandkids, the wallets, the whole thing, Gina, the whole nine. You know what I mean? And it's like,
and then it cuts back.
Imagine what could happen if you ate the credit card thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that.
Good.
And then it's like, so you're saying like
go back to the beginning.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we stopped it before.
You do it as if everything happens, and then you cut right back to the beginning. You're like, yeah, you dropped the credit card, the chip. It fell in the.
You should probably take that out of the pretzel mix.
It's very obvious that it's in there.
Yeah. I like that. It's not bad.
Good ending.
That would definitely work. But I like definitely
that,
should tie it back to the pretzels. That is 100%.
If we tie it back to the pretzels, I do think we should do the montage of the whole life thing, because that'll just like make it that much more. Like, what would happen if you ate that?
Yeah, right.
Like then it just shows your entire lifespan as a credit card. Yeah, no, it's funny. Thank you, Nick.
Put me into we should make a giant wallet.
As a casket.
I can, like,
casket.
pop out of it. We could totally do that. There's no way we couldn't do that. It's just a little arts and crafts, you know. All right, so what do you think? Is that our idea?
Yes. And then it ends with us just spraying the pretzels with bug spray.
Yeah. Wait, you forgot to add this ingredient.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know what would go great with these?
Some maple syrup.
It's like, can you go grab that? This is like with like a combined of all these videos. Instead of pancakes, we're making pretzels. You know what would go great with these pretzels? Some maple syrup. Can you go grab it? Kind of looks like bug spray.
Or like we make the pretzels and we're like, dude, you made pancakes with this. Like,
these are pancakes.
Yeah, these are pancakes.
That's funny.
Not pretzels. Yeah, that would really sell how dumb your character is. You made your character like really dumb in that last video.
Well, yeah, in the original script, I do the spraying of the pancakes and spraying the maple syrup.
The maple
on
syrup.
Myself.
Yeah. You make your character look so dumb, but then it turns out I'm just crazy.
Yeah, you're just insane. I'm figment of your imagination. So I am you.
Yes. So I'm the dumb one. Nice. All right. Well, I would say it's been a pretty successful episode too. Learned a little bit about pretzels.
Yeah, we learned a decent amount about debit cards and pretzels, which, that's the point of the show. The show is not about the video idea. It's not just about that. It's about learning. We're here learning together and, becoming better people because of it.
Totally. I think it's important to.
Yeah, this is an informative show. This is not just entertainment. This is we're learning. So follow us, subscribe, do all those things. And we'll catch you on the next episode where, who knows what we're going to be talking about. I don't know.
I don't.
But before we record the next video or next podcast, we have to make this video.
Yes.
Which is going to be really good. I think this one could be better than Bluff, to be honest.
Bluff was pretty good, though.
I think this video could top it.
I hope so, yeah.
I think it could. All right, bye.
Bluff Boys, don't do it.
It's a podcast, bitch. Hey, it's a podcast, bitch. Hey, it's a podcast, bitch. Hey, it's a podcast, bitch.